crime scene, Ukrainian troops capture 2 North Korean soldiers in Russia. And in sport, Super Eagles' new coach, Eric Chelle, confirms accepting job. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. The Lagos State government has urged labor unions in the broadcast stations of the state to rethink their plan to proceed on an industrial action for an amicable resolution of the dispute. This is after the unions served a strike notice. The proposed strike, which is planned to start on Monday, January 13, is to press home the demand of the Nigerian Union of Journalists and Ratawo that the state government should migrate their members to the mainstream civil service. In a statement, Commissioner, Establishments and Training, Afolabi Ayotayo, says consideration of the request was initiated through a meeting between representatives of the government and the leadership of the unions on January 8. Ayotayo notes that the meeting rose with a resolution that the agitation of the unions will be presented to the Lagos State Executive Council. According to him, entry into the Lagos State Civil Service has laid down policies and procedures. The Lagos State government, through the Ministry of Home Affairs, has organized a special Jumat service at the Lagos Secretariat Community Central Mosque, Alausa, Ikeja, to commemorate the 2025 Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Addressing the congregation at the prayer session, Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat, who was represented by the Commissioner for Home Affairs, Olanrewaju Layode, called for continuous prayers and support for the families of fallen heroes who paid the ultimate price for the peace and sovereignty of Nigeria. He emphasized the critical role played by the armed forces in ensuring national security and reaffirmed the state government's commitment to honoring their sacrifices even long after they have died. The Deputy Governor highlighted the importance of the special Jumat service in praying for eternal rest for the departed heroes and reiterated the government's consistent support towards welfare of their families and dependents. He noted that the Lagos State government, as customary through the Nigeria Legion Lagos State chapter, has provided financial and logistic assistance to widows, widowers, and dependents of the deceased personnel. As part of these efforts, Hamzat mentioned the recent donation of the sum of 75 million naira to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the provision of vehicles to enhance the operations of the legionnaires within the state. He announced that the governor would join other dignitaries on Wednesday, January 15, at the Remembrance Arcade, Lagos, for the parade and laying of wreath at the cenotaph in honor of the fallen heroes. The Office of Education Quality Assurance, OEQA team, has continued its monitoring of schools' resumption activities for the second term of the 2024-2025 academic session in schools below tertiary level across the state. The Coordinating Director, Office of Education Quality Assurance, OEQA, Remi Abdul, spoke during the fourth day of the exercise, reiterating the state government's concern about the performance of students during external examinations. Abdul charged principals to live up to expectations by performing their duties optimally and being role models. He also emphasized the importance of adopting the state government's safeguarding and child protection policy. The team took a tour around the school's facilities to ensure safety and a conducive environment for learners and teachers. The 10-day monitoring exercise, which started on Monday, January 6, 2025, will end on Friday, January 17, 2025. Now to the rest of the stories. Nigeria's military personnel are now expressly prohibited from engaging in homosexuality, lesbianism, bestiality, cross-dressing, and other acts deemed contrary to the ethics of the armed forces. The personnel are equally barred from body piercing, tattooing, disorderly behavior, and drunkenness on or off duty. This directive is contained in the revised Harmonized Armed Forces Terms and Conditions of Service signed by President Bola Tinubu. The military personnel are obligated to pay financial dues, including vehicle licenses and insurance, on time, while they are prohibited from joining secret societies or political parties. Having a private business and misuse of government property for personal gain are also prohibited for serving personnel. The punishments or disciplinary measures against any personnel who violates the rules were not stated. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, says the initiated e-border surveillance system has been effective for border security. This initiative, launched on December 14, 2024 at the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Technology Innovation Complex, aims to combat irregular migration and enhance border security. The minister stated that the technology recorded significant progress since its deployment. Tunji-Ojo said one of the most remarkable outcomes of the e-border system was its role in identifying and capturing persons of interest. He added that the integration of Interpol data and other national security databases had significantly enhanced the ability to detect and respond to threats at the nation's borders. Now to foreign news. 2 wounded North Korean soldiers have been captured as prisoners of war by Ukrainian troops in Russia's Kursk Oblast. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, who confirmed this, said the 2 men are receiving necessary medical assistance and are in the custody of the Security Service of Ukraine in Kyiv. The president said he was grateful to Ukrainian paratroopers and soldiers from the Special Operation Forces for capturing the North Koreans. The Ukrainian intelligence service said the prisoners were captured on 9th January and immediately after were provided with all the necessary medical care as stipulated by the Geneva Convention and taken to Kyiv. The Security Service of Ukraine said it is currently conducting the necessary investigative measures to establish all the circumstances of the DPRK military's participation in Russia's war against Ukraine. Now, sports. Eric Chelle says he could not reject the chance to manage the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The former defender was named substantive head coach of the 3-time African champions last week. Chelle has accepted to leave his role as head coach of Algerian club MC Oran to lead the Super Eagles. The 47-year-old managed MC Oran for the last time in an Algeria Cup clash against ES Setif. And that ends our news at 10. Just before we go, remember to always wear your seatbelt when driving. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch your news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration strengthened alliance with 200 representatives from various women-focused NGOs in the state as part of efforts to alleviate the economic plight of women residents in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has urged labor unions in the broadcast stations of the state to rethink their plan to proceed on an industrial action for an amicable resolution of the dispute. Nigeria's military personnel are now expressly prohibited from engaging in homosexuality, lesbianism, bestiality, cross-dressing, and other acts deemed contrary to the ethics of the armed forces. We also told you that 2 wounded North Korean soldiers have been captured as prisoners of war by Ukrainian troops in Russia's Kursk Oblast. And in sport, Eric Chelle has stated that he could not reject the chance to manage the Super Eagles of Nigeria. For contact of the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashere. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.
of emergency, eyes.
Eyes na number wey dey help first responders when gbege show face, like paramedic, firefighters dem, safety officials or even person wey dey pass join with hospital workers dem to fit call the next of kin of that person wey get phone wey be get accident there. And of course, na from there they go fit get medical support informate. You fit to get eyes 1, eyes 2, reach eyes 3. Eyes on top your phone, e fit to be your darling, your parent, bros or sister, or even your oga sef. No come forget o, say na only person wey dey fit pick in calls wella you gats put, and e suppose come be person wey go fit handle emergency no matter how bad e be. Personal informate like address, blood group fit to join too in case of matter wey need blood transfusion. We come dey advise o, say anytime wey you wan travel, e go good make you no lock your phone o, make e for dey easy in case of emergency to check for the eyes contacts. In case of emergency, eyes make you feel am for your phone today o.
This message now from Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1.